Bye-bye.
All right. Story. This is a Baal Shem Tov story. Once the Baal Shem Tov, it was a cold winter day. The sun was beginning to set. The Baal Shem Tov told his pupils to dress very warmly, and he wanted to show them something outside. And this, of course, we're talking about in the Ukraine. The Baal Shem Tov was in Mezibus. It was very cold. So they went out by a river. It was freezing cold. The river was all frozen over. I hope I didn't tell you the story before, but maybe I could have. But anyway, I'll tell it again. And the river was all frozen over. He told his pupils to all to hide behind these bushes or whatever. So they hid behind the bushes. And there was 20 pupils, however there were. And it was cold. It was getting, and night fell. It was even colder. And the wind was blowing. They were all cold, but they were dressed warm. Freezing cold. Suddenly, in the distance, they heard drums. Through the wind, boom, boom, boom. And they saw little flickering torches, and it came closer and closer and closer. And they saw that it was a big procession from the church. All these priests were making a procession, and they walked on the ice. Ice was very thick. They walked on the ice, and they made a big circle, and they started singing these low sort of chants, whatever they're called. They're all singing together. And the main priest, I guess, whatever it was, the leader of them, he went on the ice and he made a big X, the big sign of their religion on the ice. And they sang a few more these, chants from hell. And if you ever heard them, it's just, I guess people like them, but I guess Bach and those people sort of saved these people, put a little harmony in there. But anyway, so they're singing these terrible chants. And the pupils are watching this terrible thing that they were watching. Just the opposite of everything that's good. And they finished their chant, and just as they came, they march off into the distance, and the drums become fainter, and the flickering torches become invisible in the darkness. And the Baal Shem Tov said, "Okay, we can go back." So they all go back, and some of them were like they were nauseous from this thing that they saw, and they warmed up. And the Baal Shem Tov said, "Okay, the reason I showed you this was to teach you a lesson. What's the lesson? The lesson is that that river is like the Jewish soul. And when it's cold, as it can be frozen, and you can stand on it, and you can even carve idolatry into it. But as soon as it becomes warm and flowing and moving, and then it's happy, no one can stand on it, and it gives life, and it's warm, and it's a beautiful thing to see." And that's the importance of always being warm and being happy and never being depressed or stuck where we are. Judaism demands happiness and vitality. Have a good Shabbos with Mashiach now. God willing, next Yom Rishon, 8:15, which by me is 8:15, but by you, it means it's going to be 9:15. Any people outside of Israel, it's an hour later.
9:15.
Whatever time it is, it's 1 o'clock by you. It'll be
1:15. It'll be 2:15.
Yeah, 2:15 in the morning. Okay, everyone. Hope to see you. And if you mess it up and you go in and you don't see it, so you can see it on the PDF, on the WhatsApp. On the YouTube. But you'll know why it's only on YouTube, because you should have tuned in an hour later.
We hope to be on.
You all. Have a good Shabbos with Mashiach now, and
Amen.
we'll see each other, God willing, on Sunday.
Thank you so much. Thank you.